In this lesson, we're going to review what it looks like to enter in a life insurance plan. So we've created our coverage periods and we're now at the dashboard where we're able to enter in the life plan design under the current plan group. I'm going to go ahead and click plus to go to the wizard, and we're going to walk through adding a new life plan so we can see the different benefit attributes that are associated with life coverage. First, we're going to give it a plan name. In this case, we can call it maybe Sample Carrier Life Plan. And then we can go ahead and select a carrier. We'll choose Sample Carrier. Once we enter in the carrier, we're able to see the information associated with the life plan. First of all, it's the schedule of coverage. So that can be a multiplier of earnings up to a maximum. So maybe it's 1.5 times earning to a 50,000 maximum. Next is going to be guaranteed issue. If there's a certain minimum amount of coverage or maximum amount that's available without evidence of insurability, we can include that in. We also have accelerated death benefit, checkbox to indicate whether that coverage applies. Waiver of premium we can indicate and then choose the months that are associated with the waiver of premium benefit. We can also add in custom reduction schedules. To do that, I'm going to click on a new reduction and we'll put in at age 65 coverage reduces to 70% and click add. We can add another one so that if there's additional reduction, maybe at age 70, it reduces to a 50% benefit, we can add that as well. We also have life plan notes. So if there's any specific notes associated with the coverage, we can include those in. We're just going to put in sample life plan notes. When I'm done, I go ahead and click create, and that's going to take us to the next step, which is going to be the premiums. Now, when we get to premiums in our life and disability coverages, rather than premiums by enrollment type, it really is premiums associated with volume. So I'm going to go ahead and click on volume premium, and we're going to see the components associated with the life volume premium. First thing is going to be the life rate. So maybe that's 21.5 cents. We also have the AD&D rate. We'll say that's a 3-cent rate. We can include rate guarantees so that we can compare those against other options. And we can also plug in participation requirements if we need to. So for instance, we can put in a minimum percentage, maybe it's 80% required, and employees, we could put a minimum number if it was 10 employees or something along that lines. So we can also include that participation requirement if we want to enter that for comparison against other options. Once we've got our premium information entered, we're going to click apply. And we're going to be able to see that combined life and AD&D premium. And then we're going to go to enrollment. Now here at enrollment, we're going to see the pieces of enrollment that are associated with life. First thing you're going to notice is a rate per. So the default is 1,000, but it can be a rate per 10 or per 100 if that applies as well. We'll leave it as a rate per 1,000, and then we're going to put in a volume amount. So we're going to go ahead and put in 500,000. Now you'll notice as we started typing that you get an indicator here showing that the volume must be divisible by the rate of 1,000. So the actual volume needs to be a multiplier of that rate. And if I try and enter an amount that isn't, I can simply round it off to make sure that our volume is divisible by the rate. We can also add covered lives, more as a description than anything else, but maybe we've got 10 covered lives under this plan. When I click finish, we can see that current life plan and get an idea of what that looks like in the dashboard. Again, the layout is very similar to all our other lines of coverage. We've got our enrollment here on the left, the number of covered lives, the volume, and the rate. Those are all the pieces associated with enrollment. If I click on that, it takes me there where I can make edits to it. Over on the other side, you'll see the combined, under premium, the combined life and AD&D rate. And again, if I click on that, just like other premiums, it takes me to the premium fields where we can make edits to those. In the actual plan design itself, we're able to see those accelerated death benefit and premium waiver provisions. Again, we see the breakdown of life AD&D. Any guaranteed issue would be displayed, and we're also able to see that custom reduction schedule. So that really gives you an idea of the information contained within a life plan. Notice that in our case, we're starting off with 100% employer paid or non-contributory. So if we take that 100% employer paid based on that rate times that volume, we're able to get to that annual employer cost. If we were wanting to go in and be able to make changes to that premium share, we could go ahead and say maybe they only pay 90%. All right, as soon as we make the adjustment, notice that that employer cost changes. When we come back to the plan design, it's indicating that it is now a contributory type plan. So that really gives you an idea of what a life plan contains and what it actually looks like when we add it in the dashboard. We're going to go ahead and click Finished Entering Current Plan Designs and walk through how we can work with life plans in our next tutorial.